What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Koya and welcome to a brand new video. Now in today's video it's something a bit different to anything I've probably ever done on my channel. I've spent most of the last Sunday that I had producing and trying to find facts on players, and I'm going to be giving you, as it says on the screen, the 10 best under 21 summer transfer prospects. Now this is not the best under 21 players out there, in my opinion. This is the best under 21 transferable players. So best under 21 players that could be seeing a transfer or two in their time in the summer. I don't say a transfer or two, but just one transfer in this next window. So let's hop straight into things. Starting off, number 10, he got to be in there somewhere, is Harry Kane. Plays at Tottenham, had a barnstorming season, 34 games in the Premier League, 21 goals, and he's probably, well, at the moment, one of the most prolific under 21 strikers out there. Now he has only just found his form in like half a season, hence the reason why he's up there. He was, quite a few people put him down there, like right below, like one of the best under 21 players that could be transferable. I was saying he still needs to see if he's got another season, but he still could be worth around 20 to 30 million in my eyes. You can play as striker, just behind the striker, and also out to the wide left. In general though, he has 24 goals in 48 Premier League games, considering he has 21 and 34 from last season. You can see that he's found his form this season. 117 goals, 117 games, 59 goals, and just the one goal internationally so far. Moving on to number 9, which is Jetro Williams, the PSV Eindhoven left back. He again is 21, and he's probably one of the best under 21 left backs, if not the best under 21 left back in my opinion, out there at the moment. He's Dutch, he can play anywhere down the left. He could have a chance to be the new or the Dutch version of Gareth Bale. He has the attacking ability to go forward like Gareth Bale does. I valued him as about 10 to 15 million because I feel like, you know, defenders always are a bit lower, and I feel like he could be around that mark too. He has always, in the last season, 30 games, 2 goals and 13 assists, which, considering he's a left back, is not that bad. However, 9 yellows though could see him as part of a problem. In general, he's had over 157 games. He's had 12,500 minutes played in total, which is huge for a player of his age, and he also has over 1,000 minutes of football for his international side. 16 games in total, which is one of the biggest contenders on the under 21 list I have. Sorry if you hear paper, by the way. Moving on to number 8, Aleksandar, I know I spelt it wrong there, but Aleksandar Mitrovic of Anderlecht. Quite a few people don't really know much about him. He's been linked with Chelsea, with Swansea, with Newcastle. I valued it when I made this around 8 to 10 million. However, it looks as if it could be around 15 million now, is what is being reported. He's 20 years old, he's a striker, he's a big striker, and he's a prolific goal scorer. 37 games in a Jupiter Pro League, cashing in 20 goals and, well, 4 assists as well, which is 24 different times he's contributed to a goal that season in the league. Bearing in mind, in the cups, he had in the Beker van België, he had 6 games and 4 goals, and even in Europe, 1 goal in the Europa League, 2 goals in the Champions League, and an assist in the Champions League. You know, he is proving that he can do it on the big stage as well. The only thing that would go against him though is his form in internationals. He has over 850 minutes, he has 14 games and just the 1 goal himself. And the other problem you could see is that he's already had 4 red cards in his entire career, but he has played in various different leagues across the world. He has also played in Europe for quite a few seasons, so he could be quite a signing for whoever picks him up. Moving on now to number 7, and he had to be in here at some point, Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Sorry about my pronunciation. He's one of probably the best young players in the Bundesliga, scouted to be, you know, something special if he can get his form under wraps. But he currently plays for Bayer Leverkusen. He has had experience in the Bundesliga, also in the Champions League this season, because Leverkusen did do pretty alright. Bundesliga has 8 goals and 7 assists in 33 games. 3 yellow cards. It's generally a good matchup for him. However, the one bad thing that goes against him is the fact that he misses 30.5% of the time that he passes, which is generally because he's looking to play the big ball through to find the find the magic ball to get through and get his strikers a goal. He could be one of the best number 10 sitting in behind the striker that in his current generation, but he needs to try and get under wraps. Also, his cockiness could be quite a problem, but I valued him at 18 to 25 million. I feel like that's a respectable mark for him, bearing in mind he's already developed into a good player. You're basically buying a young player that's already good and you don't really need to do much work on, which again is key in a transfer window. Moving on to number 6 now, we're almost halfway there, is Mateo Kovacic. Now another player that you need to try to get your hold on. He has 35 games under his belt this season, 5 goals and 5 assists, 3 yellow cards, including 1 red card in as well. His international experience is probably one of the best. He has 21 games over just over 1,000 minutes, so he has more games than Jetro Williams, but not more on the minute side, so used on a substitute basis quite a lot. Played 3 games in the World Cup, 112 minutes. I think that says it all pretty much. But he has European experience, 20 games in the Champions League, 12 in the Europa League, scores goals in both. He scored goals when he was playing in Croatia, he scored goals when he's playing at Syria. The only problem is he drifts in and out of games, and that could be a problem for him. He needs to get his form under wraps so he's constantly playing good, and then he can be, well, a fantastic midfielder. Moving on now, we're over halfway, and it's Yannick Carrasco of AS Monaco. I put him as valued of 10 to 18 million because I feel like that's a respectable mark for a player that's proved himself to be good, as Arsenal fans will know. He scored the 3rd goal when Monaco beat him 3-1 at home. But in the league this season, 36 games, 6 goals and 10 assists with 6 yellow cards under his belt. He's played in the Cups and got assists and goals in them. He's also scored in the Champions League. Yes, I know that was directed at Arsenal fans as well. However, his international experience isn't very vast at the moment for a Belgian international. Only recently made his debut a few months ago, but he's had 3 games, 67 minutes of experience, not a goal or assist to his name. So that could go against him if he were to be picked. However, give him a season or 2 and I believe he'll show everyone how good he is. Moving on to number 4, we're going back to the defence, and a defender that I really like is Aymeric Laporte, Atletico Bilbao, 21 years old, a centre-back from France. Now, you may say I value him, that's very vast as a valuation, it is, but I feel like he could be picked up from anywhere from 20 million, but he has a 35 million buyout clause, so if they were to be awkward, they could tell you to go up to the whole 35 million, so I really can't say anything else than that because it could be either. But I think if he didn't have a buyout clause, easily be about 20 million for him. He has 33 games, just 1 assist to show, 10 yellow cards and 1 red in the last season he played. However, with being a defender, that can't really show much on his form. He has got an international experience, 11 games, 907 minutes for France, and he could prove to be a good centre-back for them for many years. He's 21 now. If he can get himself established into the team within a year, he's got at least 10 years of experience coming his way in the French international setup. Now moving on to number 3, and it wouldn't be a list without the money grabber himself, Raheem Sterling of Liverpool FC. He's 20 years old. I believe his best position is right winger, who can also play behind a striker, slightly behind that in an attacking midfielder role, and also left winger. He's English, so of course his value is going to go spiked up just like Harry Kane, but his value at the moment, I'll put 20 million to 50 million. Now again, yes, that is even more vast. I feel like if he wasn't English and he was coming from a foreign country, then easily he would be about 20 million, but because he's English, Liverpool want 50 million for him, which is just the way the cookie crumbles. He had a decent season for considering he's 20, 35 games, 7 goals and 8 assists. He also had goals in the FA Cup and the League Cup. Failed to really show anything in the Champions League and also the Europa League when they were shortly in there. But he's played his way into Liverpool team in general. He has 95 games in the Premier League, 18 goals and 21 assists with over 10,000 minutes of football. He's also establishing himself very nicely into the England setup, playing over 16 games with 1 goal and 10 assists for him, which is generally quite good. I think I might have written that down wrong. with 7 assists on the friendlies, but we'll roll with it anyway. Raheem Sterling, not worth 50 million, definitely worth around 20 to 30 million for me though. Number 2 is Nabil Fekir. Now, he has been targeted a lot recently. Apparently Arsenal might be swooping him, Man City might be swooping in for him, but he currently plays for Lyon. He again is French, plays just behind the striker and can play to the left as well. He's 21 years old, and you can see why I put a valuation of 25 to 30 million on him when I read you out his stats. He has played 2 games in the Cup at France and scored 2 goals. Europa League, he had 2 games and just got 1 assist. However, in the league, he had 24 games, 13 goals and 12 assists, which is absolutely massive for him. 3,000 minutes of football to his name as well, which is pretty good. I'm not going to lie, it is pretty good. Overall, he has 45 League on games, 14 goals and 15 assists. Are only really come about now, which is this season, I should say. But internationally, he's starting to establish himself. However, he has only made 5 appearances for France, 127 minutes, but he has picked up a goal already, which in that sort of time frame is quite good. And we're going to end off with my number 1. Not many people have thought it. I spoke to my brother about it. He never heard of this name. Number 1 is Jose Jimenez. For Atletico Madrid, he's 20 years old, can play centre-back, pushed out to right-back if need be. He's Uruguayan, and I valued him at 15 to 20 million because I feel like it could be a bargain there, although it could be much more if people were to swoop in for him. But this season he has 20 games in the League BBVA, 1 goal, 3 assists and 3 yellow cards. He has to pick up a red card in his career, which is good, but hasn't played that much. Now this is the part of his game which is very good to look at. Overall, in his whole career, 21 games, 1 goal, 3 assists, 3 yellow cards, basically 1 extra game from this season. He's played in the Champions League, he's played in the Primera Division, he's also played in the Copa del Rey, so he's got experience in different cups and 2 different leagues around the world. However, he has played 21 games for his international country, scoring 3 goals, getting 1 assist and just 4 yellow cards, 1,673 minutes of football played. And bearing in mind, if you were to swoop in and get him, you're getting a 20-year-old centre-back who has established himself in his current team, which is a big Spanish team, Atletico Madrid, and also his country, Uruguay, who aren't half bad too. So that is a big sign. That is why he's my number 1, because if you were to swoop in and get him, you have got basically a centre-back that you could have basically a good centre-back for about 15 odd years, which is huge if you can keep him at your club. And he would price would rise when he gets up to about 24. Get him now, few-year contracts. End of that, get him a new contract. Suddenly his value is going to be absolutely through the roof for a centre back. But I'd like to thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, leave a like. Let me know what you think about. Oh wow. Well, my phone started ringing, so I'll try this again. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, leave a like. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and subscribe if you feel like I'm worthy. Let me know what players I think, or you think I left out, what players you think could be in this top 10, and I'll catch you all, hopefully, in the next episode I release. Peace.